Everyone, welcome back to 5-Day Crypto. My name is Chase. Today we are going to look at kind of the overall market, and we're going to go through a couple of these coins on the right here, and we're just going to take a look at what everything's doing, if anything looks better than the other, some warning signs to look for, and some positives to look for. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Bitcoin on the daily chart, and you notice that we've just tapped off of our 50K support line. That's our 50-day EMA. Exponential moving average line, that's the green line here. So far we're showing good respect to this, right? Look back at our previous drops. We had some wicks right down to it, a little bit under it briefly, and then moved back up. Same down here. We almost even got to it, and then we moved back up. So far, the line to hold is the 50-day. Now look at the current drop we're in. I feel like everyone's freaking out over this drop even more than these previous drops. And look at how much we dropped from here. So just in about 2 weeks, we dropped over 30%. That's almost 32%, right? On our first drop. This drop, about a week, 27%. Look what we're in now. Even the lowest of the low, we're not even at 20% yet. 18, 19% at the most. So this is less than even our prior drops. So until we break this and start going down even further, there's not really any cause for concern in my book. If you want to turn on our Bollinger Bands, we can even get more support. If you notice, most price action on Bollinger Bands is going to take place within the bands. And this is kind of looking like a move back here, right? We got close to the band, but look how their bands are almost even going sideways or closing a little, kind of like what they're doing right now, right? And we didn't even get down to the band or the 50-day quite, and then we started moving back up. So this move so far is looking similar to right in this area. When your bands are tight, your price action is going to occur within here. The tighter the bands, the less volatility, the less price action. The bigger the bands, the more price action. You see how these open up and prices really start moving? So with these this one is going up. You want these lines to move away from each other if you're going to get big price action. See how the mouth opens? So no cause for concern on Bitcoin just of yet. I'd watch your 50-day. If we break under 50K and sustain it, not just a wick, because down here we broke it just briefly, right? Back in January. We want to have a daily close under that 50-day to get concerned. So let's go to Ethereum. I think a key level on Ethereum is going to be right at the $1,400 level if we go that low. But again, look at the bands. The bands we're already printing outside of it. It's unlikely that we just keep going. Look at these price actions. So you come outside of it, but you quickly come back to it. So if we turn these off, a little bit cleaner chart, we just have our moving averages and Bollinger Bands. It looks a little busy, but when you get all kinds of colors on it, sometimes your eye can think there's a lot more going on than there is. So this is our current level. I would watch this because also we have support at this $1,400 level. We have resistance at the $1,400 level back in here. Also coinciding with our 100-day moving average. When you have two lines or indicators or when you have confluence agreeing on a certain level, that's going to be a key level to watch, which we have here. Your 100-day and your previous support and resistance line are coinciding. $1,400 for Ethereum if we go that low. Again, with the Bollinger Bands, looks like we're kind of right there. Now, that doesn't mean we can't go lower in a few days from now and a few weeks from now or whatever, but as far as today goes, I doubt we go down there today because look at the bands. You'd have to have these open. So Bollinger Bands aren't something to use by itself, but when you use it with another indicator, or if you just put it on your moving averages as well as use these, when you can combine them and you get more confirmation of where you could be headed. So that's what we have for Ethereum. Let's go ahead and look at Link. Link, two big key levels. About just under the $25 level. 2480 right here. Look, same as Ethereum. We held nice support back here. We held at resistance for several days back in here. We also have our 100-day just below this, so that'll act as another little safety net. Our big line, our thick yellow line, is our previous all-time high back in here that we made last summer. Support here before liftoff again, and that would be our key level to watch if we break below our 100. So that's what we have on Link. Cardano, currently now closing candles under the 21-day. Our next line of support is our 50-day. We're also holding support here, as you can see, this line right here, right? You can see a lot of interaction with the support here, a lot of resistance with the line back here. And you're going to get some agreement with your 50-day. Now, that's a little bit higher, so somewhere around the 98, 95 cent level right in there, 95 to $1, I would look to hold. If you break under that with a daily candle, then yes, we could be going down a little bit lower, but no cause for concern quite yet. We want to hold above, I would say, 95 cents. And if we turn on our bands here, you can see that line is also currently, the bottom line is about 97 cents right now. So watch for that. Now this is opening down, so that's a little bit of a cause for concern, but until this line opens up, then volatility is not going to be a huge move. You want both the lines moving in opposite directions, as you can see back here, in order to get a huge move. Now, if this starts opening up and that starts opening down and price action is still below your median line, then that's a bearish move. So keep an eye on Cardano. It's done better than most other coins this run so far. Nothing too big for it yet to worry about, but this is key levels to watch. If we start breaking this level with a daily candle, then we can revisit and have a little bit more of a concern. Let's go look at Polkadot. You can see with Polkadot, you can see, wow, it's way outside the bands. But remember what we said is the 95% of your price action is going to occur within the band. So if you're already printing daily candles outside of the bands, what are the odds that it's going to do that again? The odds are not great that it's going to continue down. The odds are it's going to come back up or move sideways at least to get back within it. Because anytime you're outside of it, you don't last too long, even on the upside or downside. So look at that. You know, you come out, pop out, go back in, pop out, go back in, pop out, go back in. So, like I said, we could move down, but the likelihood that we continue this move down for the next day or two is unlikely without some, you know, a relief bounce, so to speak, or some sideways action around these levels. It's just, it's already moved down outside of the band. You just don't see a whole lot of price action on a daily chart outside of these bands. So that's actually some positive news I would look for DOT to move back inside of this or a little bit up. And I would look for our 50-day. We want to break back above that, $31 and a little bit over $31.10. I would look for that to get back above there, and then in the short term. And yeah, let's go ahead and we can look at a couple more real quick. XLM, kind of the same thing. We're coming in hot to the 100-day. So watch this on for XLM. You want to look for that about 33 cents, just outside of our bands as well. You can see these are starting to open up. Now, if these continue to open, then we can continue the downwards move. So watch for this. When you continue to open and you're high, you're usually going to continue up. When you continue to open and you're low already, you could continue lower. So this is why Bollinger Bands can help you. As you look at this, you do not want to see these moving averages start crossing together. You'd want to see a bounce like this. You don't want to see crosses, you want to see bounces. If this were crossed here, we would not have made all this, I promise. So if this crosses in the next few days, that would not be a great sign for XLM. Let's go look at, let's see, what do you pick? What do you pick? Uni? Uni's showing great support to the 50-day right now as well. Currently about 25.80. Watch for that. Let's see what the bands look like on this. Currently already outside of it again. So Avalanche, towards the bottom of it, looking okay. We do have, nope, that's, look, again, watch for a bounce here. We want to get a bounce with these moving averages, not across. Since we are down here currently, if we close today's candle below our 50-day, I would look for support down here around the $22 level for Avalanche. How about Tezos? Tezos currently showing good support off the 50-day. Let's see what the bands look like. Bands are just above the 50. You know, it's look how narrow they are. The more narrow, the less it's going to jump around. So we're currently holding resistance with our 21-day. That's our yellow line. BAT token. We're going to do a Brave rundown. We're currently right at our median support for the Bollinger Bands, our 21-day support for the moving averages. Let's turn this off. And we want to look for this to hold around 93 cents and to get a move back up again. If we break below this, which we did briefly back here, right? But we got right back above it. So no cause for concern yet. We tapped off the 50-day, so that's a kind of a big drop for BAT if it drops down here. But that's about 75 cents. I would look for a nice hold there if we were to break. But you can see how wide these bands are now, so there could be a lot of more volatility to come. So it wouldn't shock me if we break down here, but that would be kind of if Bitcoin continues to move down. We want to see Bitcoin again hold that $50,000 level. Currently, it looks like we're getting kind of a relief bounce here, at least for the short term out of Bitcoin. Link is also moving back up rapidly. Everything looks like it's starting to move back to the upside a little bit, so that's some good sign. Let's see. That's about it. If you have any other questions, you want me to do more of these videos like this, kind of a brief market overview, I can do that maybe roughly like this once a week or something like that. I'm also going to be doing this a lot more in depth on my Patreon channel for my subscribers there. So if you like that, you want to see more of this stuff, you want more personal interaction, we have a private Telegram on there. I'm active in there every day on a daily basis. Do some exclusive chart updates. I do a weekly exclusive video, some teachings in there, just a little bit more in depth. So check us out there. Everything's linked in the description below. Our Twitter and our public Telegram is down there as well. So I appreciate you watching this long. If you have, let's do our card of the day real quick. Ferrari 360 Modena. This is the coupe. I love the spiders as well, which is obviously the convertible. But this was my dream car in high school, so I might still have to get one of these someday. The engine in the back with the glass, I love it. And our quote of the day. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next video.